Hello everybody, it's Leanna with the Black Currant Shop, here today to show you the January Handmade Beauty Box. It's New Year, so we got a new box. This time, instead of soap, it's bath bombs. Lavender scented tiger stripe design bath bombs. I look forward to showing this to you guys. Here you can get a quick view of everything that it comes with. It comes with almost all the ingredients that you can need. First thing you're going to want to do is combine your baking soda and citric acid and remove all the clumps. You can do this by hand or you can use a strainer. I advise using a strainer of some kind. It makes it so much easier. I didn't have one that fit the bowl properly, so I didn't end up using one. But I wish I had, looking back, because it did take way longer doing it by hand, getting all the clumps out. But it's absolutely necessary to get the clumps out. It will help make your bath bombs look so much nicer. It'll be so much easier for you. Just work your hand through. Some people even use a whisk to help move it. I think just getting it with your hands is better. Or use a strainer. But one thing you're going to want to do, pro tip, if you're wearing nail polish, you're going to want to wear gloves like I am. I wasn't wearing nail polish, but I put the gloves on anyway because the powder tends to get everywhere and I hate having the powder on my hands. But this mixture will ruin your nail polish. So definitely wear gloves if you have nail polish on when making bath bombs every time, or else your nice manicured nails are going to be ruined. I'm just taking my Pyrex containers now and I'm separating the mixture in half so I can color half blue. The other half is supposed to be uncolored. You just want to make sure once you've put the mica in that you mix it really well. There are liquid colors, but since this is a powder color, it tends to take a little while to mix in. And it looks really pastel and really pale at first, even though I added the whole bag. Once you add in the fragrance oil and start spritzing it to make it more dough-like, it will get darker, and the final result, it will be much brighter. Just adding in my fragrance now, only I believe 4 milliliters per container, but the instructions did say if you want a more scented bath bomb you could double it to 8 per container, but I thought I'd just stick with 4. And as you see me mix the fragrance oil into the blue container, you'll notice it'll become a brighter blue. That blue is very similar to what you'll see in the final product. Like I said, when it's just a dry ingredient, it is really pastel looking, but the fragrance oil really brings out the bright color that I really liked. Now we get to the important step of spritzing both mixtures with witch hazel. You don't want to use water because water will prematurely set off the fizzing reaction that a bath bomb usually does in your tub. Witch hazel does not. So it's a little bit of a funky smelling rubbing alcohol, but you want to spritz it really good. It depends on what kind of climate you live in, depending on if it's a really humid or a really dry climate, how much you're going to need. It rained earlier in the day, so I wasn't quite sure if I was going to need a lot. So I started spraying it, and you just want to mix it through until it starts sticking together in your hand when you like ball it up. If it starts crumbling in your hand after you loosen your fist, it's not ready, and sometimes you got to spray a lot. I have had times where I've had to spray 20 to 30 spritzes of witch hazel per container. Once you think your mixture is doughy enough, like it sticks together in your hand, once you get to that point where you think they're solid, what you do is you take the little plastic mold and you start pressing in the powder. You want to press it in really good, because if it's not pressed in enough, it won't really stick together as well. The instructions say, to layer to do kind of a tiger stripe. You don't have to. They can be solid all one color. You can mix them both together to make it almost like a snowflake kind of effect. I just kind of put it in as I saw it. I was not very good at doing the tiger stripe, and I was very concerned about breaking the mold since they were plastic, but none of them broke while I was making it, so that's a good thing. And you just want to press them together really good, because if you don't press them together well enough, they're going to just crumble as soon as you take them out, and there is nothing more disappointing than putting all that elbow grease and that strength into it just for it to come in half or just fall completely out of the mold. So you're going to want to press it pretty hard, but if you feel like you're about to break the mold, just stop and set it down for a little, and then give it a little gentle pressure around the sides. It's now time to unmold our bath bombs. The best way I've found to get bath bombs out of a mold is to take a spoon or a measuring cup or something like that, and to gently tap around the edges of your mold to release it. I find that's the best way of doing it without breaking your bath bomb inside the mold if you just keep pulling at it. And as you will see throughout the video, some of them came out perfectly. Some of them completely came out in half, and I had to redo it, relayer them over, or just re-squish them, and I think it was because I didn't use enough witch hazel. It was raining earlier in the day, so I thought I wouldn't need much because I thought the moisture in the air would just help keep them together, but I did not use enough, I don't think, and they just completely fell apart. And it was really sad because after I made this video, not even a day later, most of my bath bombs either started to separate or they completely separate in half, and they don't look very good anymore. I'm very disappointed. But I must say, I tried making bath bombs before, and I just cannot do it with a basic citric acid baking soda recipe. A lot of people use hard oils and butters to help them stick together. Maybe one day I'll try one of those recipes, but I just gotta say, the base recipe, I can never get them to stay together. So heed my warning, use a ton of witch hazel, be patient. If it falls apart, spritz it and try again.